Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram is at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are talking Love Island USA Season 7 postseason, you guys. There's a lot of drama, and I can't wait for tomorrow for Love Island games to start, you guys, because it has been a lot. But in this video, we are going to talk about 3 topics. We are going to talk about the alleged tea that Jaylen has a girlfriend. We are going to talk about Clark unfollowing Alandria. We are going to be talking about also TJ and Iris spotted out on a date, you guys. So, as you guys know, Iris and Pepe have broken up. As y'all know, I've done a few videos about Iris and TJ potentially spinning the block. Remember when they all came back from Fiji? And by they, I mean the finalists. I mean the final 4. The last 4 couples of Love Island USA to come back, right? And remember, the final 4 couples were all staying at that Airbnb. Although Pepe and Iris left rather quickly, because both Pepe and Iris live in LA, but they live, I think, like an hour, a couple hours or something like that away from each other. So they didn't really stay at the Airbnb like that. However, remember TMZ, or somebody allegedly called TMZ, spotted TJ and Iris having a conversation that many people presumed and assumed it was a closure conversation, right? And that Iris was going to be moved on to Pepe. But remember, Pepe allegedly got caught up in a scandal of his own, where somebody who was allegedly working for the news, was working for media, allegedly had posted on her Snapchat that she had hooked up with Pepe at the hotel lobby at some golf tournament event weekend. And all HELL broke loose. She posted it and deleted it. I think her friend had shared the Snapchat screenshot about it and said, you know, it's not going to be awkward at all, you know, having to work all weekend with somebody that you just hooked up with in the hotel lobby. And Iris's friends got wind of it, immediately unfollowed Pepe. Iris eventually had unfollowed Pepe. Pepe eventually unfollowed Iris. However, nobody said nothing. Nobody said anything until after the reunion aired, and then everybody decided, hey, you know what? Let's announce that we are over. No. So, nonetheless, we will see if this Iris and TJ thing is a rebound. We will see if they rekindle things for real, if they are just friends. We will see as the time comes, you guys. Next story, which I feel like is really a non-story, but you guys like to magnify every single thing with these Islanders, and for whatever reason, I don't get it. But apparently, allegedly, the other day, Clark unfollowed Alandria. Now, from what I understand, Alandria was never following Clark in the first place. I never got the vibe that Clark and Alandria were friends. Everyone made a big deal about Taylor, Clark, and Alandria at the Hamptons and everything else. I think they were just cordial. I think they were just cordial. I never got the vibe that they were friends, that they were besties, because how can you be friends and be besties with somebody if you both at one point in time like the same man? This isn't a Hannah and Iris situation, right? Where y'all can quickly, resolve whatever, whatever it's gonna be, and be like, listen, look at here, I got a man, or whatever else. Like, I think Hannah's got a new man, and Iris potentially might be spinning the block with TJ. So, hey, we both, had a thing with Pepe that's over and done with, and everything else, we're cool. But I never got the vibe that Alandria and Clark were actual friends. So I think what happened is perhaps maybe Clark was waiting for Alandria to follow her back at some point. Maybe she was waiting for there to be something, more to come to show maybe the fans, hey, everything is good with Alandria and I and everything else. However, that follow never came back. So Clark's probably like, listen, look at here, I'm not about to be looking desperate. I'm not about to be looking thirsty. I tried following Alandria, letting her know everything is cool. All those people that said I was giving her dirty looks, they're full of it. Everything else, I just have one of those looks to where I'm not, I'm not trying to, show everything that I got going on. So she unfollowed. I don't understand why fans are attacking her, though. Like, this is my problem with y'all when we have these love triangles, or we have these situations where, at one point in time, y'all wanted Taylor with Alandria, right? Y'all wanted him with her. But y'all get mad if whenever somebody is letting you know for real, okay, I have a better connection with this person, I have a different feeling with this person, or whatever else, I can't have a kid feeling, and y'all get mad. But I feel like there's no reason to attack any of these Islanders. Hasn't everything worked out for the best for everybody involved? Like, this is what I don't understand. Do any of y'all have jobs? Are any of y'all in school? Why are y'all still obsessed with these people and still sending hate and threats to these people? It's weird. Then the other piece, you guys, that we have to talk about, which is an interesting alleged story, because again, I do not know whether or not this is true, right? However, what happened was, people still, you guys, in September of 2025 are rehashing Love Island clips from the show. The show that ended a couple of months ago, a show where the reunion has aired nearly a month ago. People are still rehashing these clips from the show. And I don't understand. The show is over. The show is over. However, people were rehashing a clip with Jaylen and Alandria, and alleging that it was Alandria that fumbled Jaylen, and all of this and all of that. As y'all know, Jaylen went on, he was barely on the show for a couple of days, went on to get all these brand deals, went on to get all these opportunities with travel companies, with Hilton, with Delta Airlines, with all of these things, and getting to travel and see the world. And I believe he's going somewhere else with Jeremiah pretty soon. So he is just getting all types of opportunities, right? Or as Amaya would say, opportunely. But somebody responded to one of these clips yesterday, and they said the following. They were talking about, how this will never be a fumble, all of this and all of that. And somebody said, you guys, this is all alleged, so take it or leave it. They said whole time he had a girlfriend with crying, laughing emoji, y'all. And somebody was like, come again, say what? Wait, what? Allegedly, somebody is saying that their friend, and I quote, their friend lives in Jalen's apartment building. Before and after he left for the show, he was living with a girl, and it happens to be the same girl he took with him to Iceland, or whatever that place was he went to after filming, you guys. So then somebody else is like, no, I didn't even see him take a girl. That's weird. He acts so wholesome, almost as if somebody got, an old lady, I guess. She's alleging, again, the friend is saying that her friend recently moved into the apartment building with her brother, but he was so confused, Chelley's voice, I'm so confused, when he saw him on the show because he was already living with her. My friend saw them when they left for the trip and everything, and I was like, with some question marks. And so then some people are being some shady, and they're like, well, source, trust me, bro. And then the girl responded, the girlfriend's not my friend. My friend and her brother had just seen them, hasn't talked to them or anything. And they're like, still, source, trust me, bro. So take of that what you will. Well, if Jaylen was to successfully scam you guys and come on the show and make it seem like he was a single countryman looking for love and everything else, and being gone within 48 hours of the show, and was able to maximize the sympathy edit, not really doing a lot of press, not really doing a lot of interviews, and because people felt sorry for him, offered him all of these brand deals and all of these opportunities, Amaya would say, opportunity, and this goes back to production. If this is the case, this goes back to production. This goes back to their vetting process. This goes back to casting and the casting director's process. This is my thing, you guys. You guys take these shows and our show and our reality show and these edits so seriously. Jaylen came off as the good guy, the good all-American guy, the humble guy, the nice guy that Alandria did not want anything to do with romantically, right? And their connection was not enough for him to have the votes to stay on the show, you guys. Or even if they didn't have anything romantically, for him to even stay on the show and potentially pursue something else with some of the other female islanders, because I think he had mentioned he was also interested in Chelley and Amaya. However, we never saw those connections. But this is a perfect example, you guys, of how an edit on the show can really, change your perception on anything. Just like you can have a villain edit and people can think that you're a mean and a jerk person and a horrible person in real life. And some of y'all are still holding on to that. That's why I tell y'all, some of these edits, some of these shows that y'all are so attached to, which is why y'all keep rehashing clips over and over and over and over, is not telling the full story on some of y'all faves. And this is a perfect example how y'all can get hoodwinked, bamboozled, and led astray by an edit if in fact it is true that Jaylen had a girlfriend the whole time, y'all. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.